Bitches. Good morning.
Good morning, bitches.
Whew. Welcome to Thursday. Terrific Thursday.
Terrific Thursday.
That's what Clay Pigeon says.
Oh, I love Clay Pigeon. Also, it's the 55th anniversary of Pop Tarts.
Wow.
He just said they were released on 1965.
This is also the anniversary of the day the pencil was invented.
Mm-hmm.
What a big day for all of us.
Yeah, and the Gettysburg Address.
Well, there's that too, right? Could that have even been done without a pencil?
Doesn't hold a torch to Pop Tarts.
Yeah, no, I know this timeline doesn't really work out there, but you know what? I said it.
Yeah, so we are going to continue talking about the Rocky Horror Picture Show for a minute. Oh, by the way, hi to Buckeye.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for this glorious sweatshirt.
It's lovely. We've been upping our sweatshirt game.
Yeah.
I think everyone probably has.
Mm-hmm.
Sweats in the pandemic days are really quite the merch item.
Yeah.
What did we see somewhere that was making oh yeah, it was the My Favorite Murder ladies were making sweatpants.
My favorite murder are selling sweatpants that say "fuck you, I'm married" or "fuck you, I'm divorced" or something.
All of the above.
All of the above. So when we were talking about the camp element,
yes,
before we were talking about how I felt like Rocky Horror was like theater camp rather than like queer camp.
Yes.
I realized that we were missing a piece, which is the realm of the lovies.
The lovies.
Yeah, which is, I'm pretty sure, a Britishism, but I'm also pretty sure you will have them. So lovies are people who work in the theater. It's a particular subset of people who work in the theater who have all affected a particular accent.
Oh, that's the accent.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm talking about, we'll call them lovies because they call everyone lovey. So they'll come into a bar and very, very loudly be like, "Sorry, lovey, I've only got time for one drink. I've got to get back to the Gielgud,"
All right.
John Gielgud, who was a famous actor and has a theater. "Darling, you simply must see the latest production of blah, blah, blah." Like, that's a lovey.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if he's not actually a lovey, Tim Curry definitely knows a lot of lovies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is the element of camp we're dealing with.
Yeah, yeah.
And that does exist here, and I'll tell you why I know. Alec Baldwin's podcast.
Okay.
Because when that man, it turns out Alec Baldwin is a lovey.
Yeah, that I buy it.
And particularly when he has like older actors on, it's really, I actually highly recommend listening to it. He starts calling movies pictures.
Oh.
Now tell me, what was that picture you were in with? Just scroll through. The podcast is called Here's the Thing. I don't know if he's still making it, but like scroll through for him talking to like, I don't know, Patti LuPone or someone, and you'll just hear it like ramp up. Doesn't do it when he has a politician on. So yeah, I feel like that actually might be the root of a lot of the camp in this.
Yeah, because it is, it is pretty over the top and very loud and overblown.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about Franco Petta's accent.
No, I find it incredible.
I mean, it's a real choice.
Yes.
And Tim Curry does have a fairly posh British accent, I think, or he certainly puts it on in most of his films.
Mm-hmm.
But then just that added like weird, it's almost like an upper crust like royal family accent, but it's just deviated so much.
Yes.
I mean, I guess like if an alien had learned how to speak with a British accent, maybe that, he's always thinking that guy.
Yeah. Just making all the connections here. I think
he says down.
Yeah. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
But like, he puts on this kind of like aristocratic attitude, but at the same time is also just like running around in underwear the whole movie.
Love it.
It's pretty incredible. This movie is operating on many, many levels of camp. Which, is it one too many levels? That's for you to decide. I say no.
I don't think so. I don't think that the excess of camp is
to a fault. No, I don't think it is either. We could go on and on about Tim Curry's performance because it is just incredible and it is like the center of the movie. It is the movie.
Susan Sarandon is great.
Yes.
But if Susan Sarandon was in the movie and Tim Curry wasn't,
it wouldn't still be the same movie. If anybody else was playing Tim Curry's role, it would not be the same movie. But I mean, that's not to say it's been successfully produced in many, many theaters with many different people playing that role, and it is.
Yeah, and I've never seen it on the stage. I wonder how people manage to not just do a Tim Curry impression.
Yeah.
Maybe they do just do a Tim Curry impression.
Yeah. Maybe, and you know what? If they do, it's fine. He defined the role.
It's so synonymous with the story. Like I can't imagine someone trying to originate the role in some other way.
Right. Yeah. But and something as we were writing the song and as we were kind of working on what angle we wanted to take, something that occurred to me was that even though we didn't necessarily read this as like a queer film, there are elements of the movie that are still very like liberating, to kind of see people being attracted to each other in all directions. It's something that you don't often see in a film, in a picture, if you will.
A picture.
But, and like that, I think, is something that's kind of key to why so many people are like kind of hang on to this movie and like see it as a queer film, because it is that it's never really explained. It doesn't need to be a central point that's like explicitly laid out in the movie that everyone's hot for everyone all the time. It just is that way, in the sense that the people who are from another planet don't need to explain it, because that's just how life is where they are, and why isn't it like that here? It's just assumed that that's the way the world works, and we don't need to be.
Oh, you think they're all fucking on that planet?
Yeah.
I always read it like he came here, like maybe sex isn't even a thing where he comes from.
I don't know. I mean,
and he came here
too well versed.
No, but he came to Earth and discovered it, and that's why he didn't do his mission, because he just was all about.
I mean, maybe, but I think the fact that they are from somewhere else, like another planet, means that they either have no regard for any kind of sexual norms that might exist here, and if they do, they just don't care. It's like it's very much written off, and that I think is kind of a like that's pretty great. That's. I think why it's kind of become adopted as a queer film, because the like rampant sexuality is just, it doesn't need to be explained or defined. And, and it is like enlightening to the like straight people that come into the movie that like enter this universe.
The normies decide to have sex with Franklin Fenner pretty quickly.
Yeah. It doesn't take a lot of convincing.
Yeah.
So they like enter into this world where they don't need to like conform, because Brad and Janet are like very super heteronormative, like, and then are not.
Yeah.
Within an hour or two of being brought into this world. So, I think we were kind of putting the song together. When we first watched the movie, we were like, what are we going to write this song about? Is it just a song about people being horny all the time? We're like, maybe. So like I think our song is a little bit more refined than that, but I think it is
It does have a section that you refer to as
the doing it bit. Well, because we were writing the song and we're like, okay, we have these 2 verses and a pretty good chorus that are very much about like if you
anticipation.
Exactly, and like we need a payoff here.
Uh-huh.
We've talked a lot in the song about doing it. We need the doing it bit. We need to do that, and we did. So and this was a song too. As we were sitting down to write it, we're like, how do we write a song about a musical?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we just kind of went the realm of something that wasn't like too like theatrical. We just wrote a song.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it could inhabit the same musical realm.
Yeah, because it's that kind of like rock.
We all gonna hear it, so
yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Special shout out to Frankie, who you can see on YouTube but not on Instagram.
Yeah, it's just you can see
there's birds out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of fat blue jays outside, and he's very upset about it.
I did promise on Tuesday that I would talk about Richard O'Brien.
Oh, please.
So yeah, Richard O'Brien, he's like a small time actor. That's rude, but he was like played small roles in various productions. He was in Hair and stuff, and then he wrote this thing, and it was kind of a smash on the stage, and then the soundtrack did really well, and then the movie got made. And then I do not know what he did for the 80s. He was in Flash Gordon. But then towards the end of the 80s, through a big chunk of the 90s, he was the presenter of a game show called the Crystal Maze, which is glorious. They used to periodically have kids versions. It was an adults contestants, but then like once a season they would have like a kids episode, and like I wanted to be on it so bad, and I would have been so bad at it because it was basically like a team of I think 6 people, maybe 8 people. They all had to wear jumpsuits, obviously, and there were these zones. There was like the futuristic zone, the medieval zone, Aztec zone. I forget. There was a few different ones. They differed a little bit in each season, and they like ran around it, and they had to do challenges. So that a lot of them were quite physical, but sometimes they were like mystery ones where they had to like solve a puzzle or this kind of thing. And if they did it, they got a crystal, and the crystal represented 5 seconds of time. So after they did all of this, they went into the crystal dome, which was a huge dome. And they had as many seconds as they had won crystals for. And sometimes people only had like 5 seconds. That's really funny because they couldn't do anything. And the dome was full of gold and silver foil piece, like about the size of a dollar bill. And they would start fans. So these things are flying, and then they all had to like grab them, and they had to get over a certain amount of gold tickets, and every silver one counted against them.
Okay.
And if they like did it, then they all won like these super like adventurous like rally car racing or whatever type things. But like hardly anyone ever won the show. But Richard O'Brien was the presenter, and he was so weird, but like amazing. Like he 100% had just invented a character that inhabited this strange world that was,
which is like probably not necessary. You didn't need to do that.
No, but it was great, and that is what I knew him from as a kid. And as I said before, like I feel like specifically the Time Warp has been, here he comes.
Yep.
has been like in my peripheral like knowledge my entire life. But when I finally did see the movie, and I was like, oh, that's the man from the Crystal Maze. Like that's what I knew him from. And it did continue after him with a guy called Ed Tudor-Pole, who was like briefly a punk musician, kind of new wavy, and then he came back and did the Crystal Maze, but it wasn't as good. But I'm sure there's tons on YouTube, and I do recommend checking it out as just the type of TV format that could only exist in a certain place and certain time. They actually did an experience, I think about 2 or 3 years ago in London, where they like made the Crystal Maze, and you could like sign up with a group of friends and go and do the Crystal Maze. It was like specifically for people our age. I think my brother did it. Some of my friends did it. Anyway, that's what Richard O'Brien did after the Crystal Maze.
You know, he still had a career, so he was able to do something else that wasn't the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I feel pretty confident he put out an album at some point. I like have a memory of him singing a song on morning TV.
I mean, it's like, well, he did something afterwards. Tim Curry had a career, and Susan Sarandon had a career. Mm-hmm. I don't know anybody else. I mean, Meatloaf.
Meatloaf had a career. The guy who played Brad had a career. He was on like, not Miami Vice, but he was on like that kind of show.
Yeah.
And then the guy who's the narrator had already been Blofeld. I don't know what he did after this. Christopher Biggins is one of the dancers who there's too much to unwrap and who Christopher Biggins is. You can Google him. He doesn't have any lines in this movie.
Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of the people who were in it, like, you know, Columbia and Magenta and like the other more major side characters, probably could have just made a living off of this. Like,
yeah, well, they were
being in stage shows as well, or like
probably theater actors.
But I mean, I'm sure they probably have work at Comic-Cons. You know,
maybe.
But anyway, yeah. So, you know, I think it was good to revisit this movie and kind of talk about it and watch it and think about it and you know, think about how to put a song together for it, because, you know, so many of the songs are so iconic. You know, that not that we were ever gonna match that, but that we could draw some inspiration from it.
Before we do that, just want to remind everyone that we've made another round of mugs. They're on nowadays. BasicBitchesBand.com. We have like 9 left, I think.
Yes.
The new edition has a yellow handle and the inside is yellow.
New and improved.
New and improved. Well, not new and improved. Just a second and different edition.
Yay! Listen,
she thinks improved.
I think it's good.
Well,
but you know, nice gift for all those people that you know that are on Zoom calls all the time, and you know.
Yeah, mine has been admired greatly on Zoom calls.
That's nice. This could be you.
Particularly because I did a meeting in here. So I had that behind me, and I was holding a mug with it on.
Nice.
And we had the cushion.
Yeah. Merch.
We love Vistaprint. Okay, let's put this somewhere I can see it a little bit.
Let's just rearrange here. Okay.
Yeah, pickup's gone again. Eastwood, why does your pickups keep fucking up? Nothing. All right.
Ready?
Yes. Here we go. day. So if you do not have money, don't let your money away. Just let it all go. But spend your life being afraid. Where you went to, where you come from, looking hot as the sun. Sweet, clean American dream. Think your time is gone. Well, you're a long, long way from home. But that don't mean you're alone. Break free and sing with me. If you wanna have some fun, have some fun, have some fun, have some fun. Nobody ever told you it could be like this. Nobody ever told you why. Maybe all it takes is just one kiss, and they can see the light. You know that the dead side is hard, so wipe the tear from your eyes. I got what you need. Let's go for a ride. I'm not gonna miss trying to read your handwriting while singing.
Hey, this is the draft. My handwriting on the final is better.
All right. Join us on Tuesday when we will be talking
Final
about
film of the series.
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap. With a bang. Or something like it.
Yeah, I was just thinking, is this one of the things where you say Spinal Tap and I say Spinal Tap?
Spinal Tap, I guess.
Yeah. Americans and British accent different beats of words. It's
yeah,
fun.
the emphasis,
if
you will.
Yeah, see you then. Have a good weekend, everyone.